We already talked about the essays and fame and the founding fathers. Uh, this is Duma Malone's biography of Jefferson. I believe the work was in 4 volumes. I read these, pretty good. Uh, some other works have come along, they'll complement this. Uh, Forging of the Union, works that cover end of the Revolutionary War and up to actually passing or ratifying of the Constitution. There are newer books around. This just happened to be there. I've read this. So I thought I'd show it to you. That era, by the way, is extremely important. Um, Cast of characters, what they were concerned about, and everything else. Well, come back to that. And here's a copy of Democracy in America. It's not the translation that I read. Happened to be in the library, so I picked it up. It's by Alexis de Tocqueville. Tocqueville and Beaumont, two Frenchmen, came here when they were really young to study the penitentiary system. And they wrote this fascinating book. The book gets quoted and misquoted by a lot of politicians. C-SPAN caught on to that, and they did a great series about it, and it was interesting, very interesting. One thing that I found very interesting was there was a professor that had done a book called George. The professor's name is George Pearson, and the book's title was Tocqueville and Beaumont in America. That would be a good book to read along with this because it kind of shows their itinerary and some of the letters they were writing while they were visiting, sheds a brighter light on this work. Anyways, Tocqueville and Beaumont came here to study the penitentiary system. I have come here to visit it, it seems like. And, oh, look at that. Ken Burns' series, The Civil War. This work was groundbreaking. I don't know if I caught but a few of the episodes when they were airing it first time on PBS. But I did go back and go to the library, go through all the videos, looked at the companion book, and I was so lucky that this had happened not too far away from when I was studying the founding of the United States. Because in my mind, the American Revolution did not end in 1783. The American Revolution ended when the Civil War was over. And characters like Abraham Lincoln are just magnificent. And what makes this interesting was not only I was happy to study the Civil War somewhat and get to know Abraham Lincoln over the years, but in between, from the Revolutionary War all the way to the Civil War, some magnificent figures are active in the United States. You got the William Lloyd Garrison, you got Frederick Douglass, you got all the abolitionists. A lot of women abolitionists. People study; they will be amazed. Lucretia Mott, Susan B. Anthony, and all those women that did magnificent work to shed light on how unequally women were being treated. And then, when you take a look at Civil War, that's when Thoreau's Civil Disobedience and Bronson Alcott's work and all these, like I said, abolitionists really shine as brightly as they should in our imagination. Lots more to talk about, a lot more books and a lot more interesting stuff to talk about. But I think you need to take a break,